Okie dokie guys, I would like to share today two ways of how to fix an origin problem. It might not help you in your particular case, but I want to share with you two principles which I use today and which help me to fix this problem. As you can see, if I rotate this object, it doesn't look properly, it doesn't look proper, right? And what you see actually is going to be my robot hand for robot Paul. Do not worry, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm just showing you what I did. So here I already fixed the problem. So this is the thumb, and if I rotate it, it looks pretty okay. It looks in the middle. It's not the best object in the world, but it's my first robot hand, so be easy on that. And here I prepared something for you. I gave those things some colors, so we need to be in this menu, because if I try to explain those things without a color, it's, well, kind of hard to follow. So how do we fix this problem here? So again, if I rotate that, our origin point is not in the middle, like as you can see, and this was not a problem, but since I changed I scaled both, I believe that is what happened. I scaled both up in the edit mode. I accidentally changed the origin point of the thumb, which used to be the finger first, and so I created myself a problem, and then I was able to fix it. So first thing, I would like to disable one little option here, so that's better. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to fix that. So first thing is we're gonna hide the green object. Now we're gonna select the yellow object. It's kind of yellow, brownish, you know, let's call it yellow. We're gonna select a brownish yellow object, and then we're gonna select this cycle and this cycle. Let's give it the same property here. And now we're gonna press Shift D for duplicating the cycle phases. Right click for canceling the action, but we still have it, you know, we duplicated them. Let's go now to mesh, and then we say separate by selection. So we created a new mesh, a new object, which is good, as you can see here. This one we can now hide, and we created those things. What we're gonna do now is simple. We're gonna say right click and we say set origin to geometry, like this or like so. I'm gonna unhide everything and hide this again for showing purposes. So we have now our green object and our yellow brownish object. And what we're gonna do now is very important. Select the green object first, and then select the new created object, the brown yellow object. And we did this. Now let's press Ctrl and J for join. So now the green object has joined the brown object, and it has now the same properties. So the origin point has changed to the origin point of the brown one. When we go into the edit mode now, we can see this is now one object, but we don't need those brown cycles anymore. So let's just, you know, select them again and say delete faces. Press X, you know, delete faces, but I think you know that if you see that. So this is one way to fix that kind of thing. And if I unhide everything, I'm gonna show you that. So if I just turn this off, it's nicer to show. This one has changed. Yeah, sometimes the rotation changes. You know what to do in this case. You have, I mean, this differs from case to case. If the rotation changes, there is a way to fix everything. Like, you know, you can press Ctrl A and then say apply rotation or scale or something if you want. It's optional. Anyway, I'm not going to do this right now. It's not necessary. So I'm going to just change this here. Yeah. So now if I change the rotation here, like so, you can see the problem is gone. And then I'm gonna show you another method. if we, let's say the thumb is now a little bit short, I want to have a very long thumb, I'm duplicating this object, and then I could try to find the middle point of this one here, right? This is one way. What I did, I created those fingers at first, just showing this. This is not what you have to do, I'm just showing how I created those fingers with the array modifier. But if I use it now, it doesn't work anymore. Try that, so that's inconvenient now. But we don't need to do that. So again, if I want to make the thumb in this case longer, I'm just gonna duplicate my duplicate my object, my green object, and then I'm gonna, yeah, you know, doesn't matter where I push this guy here for now. I'm just gonna do one thing. Okay, again, I'm gonna duplicate this guy, put it somewhere else. I'm gonna give it a different color. It's optional, it's just for showing purposes better. I'm gonna give it a blue. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna select the green object, go into the edit mode, and so we're gonna select this face and that face, and we're gonna do the same thing. There will be a little bit of a difference, but right now it's the same thing. Selecting those cycles, both of them, it's important so that the origin point is not just in the middle of the surface, but also in the middle of the object. So here, this area. So we selected both, and then Control D for duplicating. Now right click for canceling the action, but they are still selected, and we say mesh separate by selection. So go out of the edit mode, and now we have those guys. We're gonna hide the green one, and now it's different. We do not join now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the blue one first, and then secondly the green one. Oh, I apologize, forgot about that. I forgot one thing. First we need to select only the green one, then you create a green one like so. Right click and say set origin to geometry. We have to make sure that the origin point, the yellow little dot here, is in the middle. So now selecting the blue one first, then selecting the green one, and we're gonna press the green one secondly. We're gonna press right click and say snap to active. So in this case, as you saw, we did not join the object because I don't actually know, I cannot describe why, but it makes sense, I hope so. So we yeah, put the blue guy into this position. Now I'm getting tired, I think. We can now delete the new created origin thing, because we simply only created those guys for the purpose of getting the origin back, the origin point back. Now if I unhide everything, then you can see our new thumb, the blue one, is now also back in the at the same position. So I'm aware that you probably work on something differently, but I just showed you the principle, how you could solve some origin problems. You know, something like this will happen over and over again. And those are just simply two ways to deal with that problem. So my predicament is that I do not really know how to say that also in the YouTube title. I'm gonna come up with something, but if you have a better suggestion about my titles in general, I am pretty open for that, since, you know, I'm not so good with giving stuff names. I'm kind of lazy with that. So I wouldn't mind if you have better suggestions for the titles or descriptions, you know, or if you find a mistake, an English mistake, you know, that's gonna be okay. Just you can help me with that if you want. You can write even the description. If it's a good description, I would just copy and paste it and using it. So just saying, anyway, that might help you or not. I'm gonna continue working on my little hand here. It's going to be cool, I hope so. It's for the robot Paul. You can check it out if you want or not. Who cares anyways, guys? That's about it. Have a good one, and we see you soon. Bye bye.